guys, Teresa here. It is the 12th day of Vlogmas. I feel like things are going pretty well today. So this morning I managed to do a little bit of sewing. So I'm making some progress on the top that I was working on. So this is the Adeline top. I think it's Adeline top by Forget Me Not Patterns. I'll have it up here so you guys will be able to see and confirm. So things that I have done, I have made my ties. The waist ties are complete. I have attached the fronts, so the top and the bottom of the two front pieces, the back, all these lovely pleats going on. Yeah, that's the other front. I'm pretty happy with how those pleats are all coming together. And I have actually completed the sleeves, so they have you hem them before you attach them. So I've got a couple of sleeves that need to be attached. So I feel like the rest of the process should be relatively straightforward, could be my famous last words, but I'm glad to have made a bit of a start on that because it'd be nice to get that top done to make some decisions about my Christmas dress. Because I'm going back to work soon, I'm aware that I'm going to have less days off, and my days off largely have been fairly filled with other fun Christmassy things I want to be doing. So I need to strike while the iron is hot, get some things done whilst my meringues are in the oven. So that is the other thing, is I have got those peppermint meringues now in the oven. This was something that I've been planning to make. So you basically just make meringues and then you put some crushed candy canes on top. The only thing I will say is that you're better off crushing the candy canes very last minute, or at least just be aware they start to clump up a bit. The little crumbly parts start to crumble or stick together, so I had to break them up a bit as I was dropping them over. I had thought about putting some food coloring in the peppermint meringues, but that would just wet it down and probably make it less stiff. Also, I feel like they just look really pretty anyway with the candy cane crumbs on there, so I don't think they need it. The idea with these is I'm going to bake them, and then I'm considering either dipping like half of them in chocolate or coating the bottom of them in chocolate. Haven't decided yet. I am going to wait until they're completely cooled though. So these take forever. They're like an hour and a half supposed to be in the oven. I will say we have a very old-fashioned gas oven. And most things when I'm baking, they take longer than the recipe says. But for something like a meringue where the temperature needs to be super low, my oven doesn't actually go as low as they would like it to. So I always have to be a little bit cautious and actually check it sooner. And there's a chance they might brown a little bit, which is not the end of the world, but ideally meringues shouldn't be browning. But we will see how it all goes. But those are now baking away in the oven, so I've got a bit of time. What I want to do is get on with my Advents. So I have both my marshmallow and also my Swapmas. Giving myself really complicated things to say. Advent Swapmas gift. All right, so I'm going to start with my Advent Swapmas gift from Christine. It's the 12th day, so I have gift number 6. I appreciate that she did the lines because, you know, this can be very confusing 6s and 9s. It's a teeny tiny little one today. It looks like sewing labels from the Cozy Club Handmade. Cute. Okay, I need to open this because there's multiple I can see. Oh, I see. It's got one message on the front and one message on the back. So it says, beautifully handmade, with bees and honeycomb there. And then on the back, you are the bee's knees, which is super cute. And then I've got a larger version of the beautifully handmade. Now, one of these days, one of these is going to have to go on to my niece's, something I make for my niece because her name is Beatrice and we call her Bee, although it's not spelled like a bumblebee. But nevertheless, she's going to get one of these one day. But those are really cute, really nice. Thank you, Christine. Okay, marshmallow time. Are we going to turn it around today and have a perfectly reasonable marshmallow flavor? 12th is up here. Okay. I'm on board. Mint chocolate chip. I'm a mint chocolate chip fan. I've been having some mint meringue, making some mint meringues. It seems appropriate. And we have another joke. What is a Christmas tree's favorite candy? ornaments. Ornaments. It's not great when you have to say it twice. I hope you guys can get the joke, but that's pretty goofy. Mint chocolate chip is possibly my favorite ice cream flavor. It's a real battle between that and cookies and cream. Cookies and cream probably wins, but mint chocolate chip is really not far behind. Really great flavor combination. That is a big win for me. It's definitely a really good one. That is one of my faves. So now I'm going to go off and do a little bit more sewing, see what progress I can make on this top. I did say that this one comes together quickly. Cutting out, I feel like, is the most time-consuming element. I'm sure it's not, but it's what feels like the most time-consuming part. So I've basically made the top. So the sleeves are on, the sides are sewn. Hard to tell what I'm showing you guys. Side seams, sleeves. All that remains, because I'm not doing the shawl version of this top, is you just put bias binding all the way around. So it goes around the neckline and then goes down the hem as well. As far as bias binding, I did not have enough of this fabric left over to make bias binding from it. This is the biggest bit that I had left over. It's nowhere near enough. So I was looking through the bias binding that I have, and this is bias binding that's going to go on the inside. So it's going to be a bias facing. It's not going to be visible. But I would still like to ideally get something relatively close. So I have this bias binding that I've made before. So it's not terrible. I've got black and white that are just, no. I have my Christmas bias bindings, which if this were a more Christmassy project, I would be heavily tempted, honestly. But this is not even a Christmas kind of garment. And the other bias binding I have, that's actually, I think, pretty decent. So I would say this is kind of closer to the color family, but it's the same color. This is more of like an orange. So I think what I'm gonna do is check. If I have enough of the pink, I'm probably gonna go for it. If not, I can always use this as a backup. I've just held this bias tape around the circumference of where I need to go, and I have this much left over. So I think that's definitely the winner. Well, I do really like this. I think this is a really beautiful top, and I will really enjoy wearing it in general. I think the fit overall, I'm really pretty happy with. I think it's all sitting where it should do. Those pleats are doing the thing that they're supposed to do. So though I think this is really pretty, I don't think it's really up for debate. I had thought that it was going to be really close, and then I was going to ask you guys to maybe do a vote, tell me which one you think I should use, but as nice as this one is, I think the Belemnite dress is it's just too good. I think that's the one. So I will have to think about, like I was talking about, direction of the nap of the velvet. I'll have to think about that. But for now, I'm just gonna enjoy that I've managed to finish this and I've made a decision, which is big. Now, somebody did mention in a previous video, you guys remember this was the first possible dress that I had made to become a Christmas dress, which just didn't fit me properly in the bodice. And the decision was made by the community, and I agree, that this basically just needs to become a skirt. But somebody had pointed out how well this skirt will go with this top, and I am 100% in agreement. So once I finished sewing up my Christmas dress, I'm gonna go straight on and turn this into a skirt, because I think this will be a really cute combo to wear together. But I do think this top, I think I mentioned, I mean, this color is something I wear a lot. This will go with a lot of things that are in my wardrobe. So it's not a loss, it's just not the winner for my Christmas dress. The meringues have finished and they look beautiful, but I've just had a quick little peek at them and then turned the oven off and left the oven door ajar because it needs to cool down completely before I expose them to the air. I don't want to destroy them. I want them to dry out and not get too moist and all that. So I will show you guys later. My intention for these, they're little bite-sized meringues, was to, like I said, dip them in chocolate somehow or other, but I think that's probably going to wait for another day because I'm going to be leaving fairly soon before these things have fully cooled down to go out to Kew Gardens, and these meringues, they can sit and they can sit for weeks. So I'd rather let them cool completely. Once I get home, then I can just put them very delicately in some Tupperware with some parchment paper, and then at another day this week, who knows exactly when, I will be dipping them in chocolate to make them complete. We are on our way to Kew Gardens, which is a Royal Botanical Garden. They always do really incredible lights for Christmas. We have been before. If you've watched my Vlogmas videos before, you will have seen it. But they have different artists every year, so it's never the same. I'm really looking forward to it. was such a good way to end my annual leave. I'm feeling all revitalized and rested and ready to get back to work tomorrow. I won't be filming any more tonight because I'm going to get home and get myself to bed, but I'll be checking in with you guys again soon. Bye!